All right, hello everybody. We are just waiting for all our followers to join us shortly, and then we will start this amazing discussion with Priyanka Tate, who is Mrs. India Body Beautiful 2019, and she is the esteemed guest for today. So, hello everybody, this is Farha Anwar, and welcome to Queeny Talks episode 4. This concept is presented by Diva Pageants, and as you all know, Diva Pageants is a veteran pageant company who holds around 3 pageants a year, which are Mrs. India Empress of the Nation, Mrs. Maharashtra Empress of Maharashtra, and Mrs. West India Empress of West India. So all the girls, all the ladies who were sending me the DMs, you can go to Diva Pageants website and register yourself for their upcoming pageant, which is Mrs. India Empress of the Nation. And everybody's writing hello, hello, hello. Oh, hello, beautiful girls and handsome boys. I'm sure you are doing amazingly fine. Before I start the session today, I would like to pay my tribute to one of the most prominent actors of Indian cinema, सुशांत सिंह राजपूत, जो हमारे बीच नहीं रहे 2-3 दिन पहले उनका he died. And from my side, from Diva family, we would like to say to you that I hope you are in a much better place now, and we sent a request to Priyanka, and the beautiful girl will be joining us shortly. Hi Priyanka. Hope you are doing perfectly fine. You're looking absolutely gorgeous.
As you are, ma'am. Hi, and very warm good evening to everyone. You are also looking stunning, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Priyanka. And tell us how you have been. How was your lockdown journey? And also tell us something about yourself, your introduction.
So, I first of all, I would like to tell that the lockdown period was terrible for me. My 4-year kid was all into me, and I was enjoying with him, and as well frustrated because I couldn't take him to the gardens and all. And coming to my introduction, I was born and brought up in Nagpur, in a middle class family, but to very liberal and progressive parents. So I completed my chemical engineering, and one day last year I happened to participate in Mrs. India Empress of the Nation, and I grabbed the title of subtitle of Mrs. India Body Beautiful last year. So, and I love singing, I love dancing. I'm a poet, I'm a budding author, I must say. So all in all, I would describe myself as a jack. I really don't like that phrase, that jack of all trades but master of none, is used negatively. I take pride in saying that I am a jack. I love doing different things, and I don't think you need to be a master of everything that you do. You must love what you do and spread positivity. So I would describe myself happily as a jack. Thank you.
Yes, definitely. And you have a very pleasing personality, I must say, and a very positive girl. So, Priyanka, can you please tell us about how you end up in Mrs. India Empress of the Nation, how you get to know about the pageant, and how was your overall journey with us?
Yeah. So I was actually it actually happened last year. Uh, I was very fed up of the monotonous life that I was living. After having kid, I kind of developed this thing within me that I was living a very repetitive life. I just got up, I got ready myself to go to office, and then send my kid to school, and then everything was kind of repetitive. Uh, I was kind of unhappy with the things that were going, even though I had everything that I wanted with me. but something was lacking. And one fine day, I was just scrolling my news feed, and I got to know that a very dear friend of mine grabbed the title of Mrs. Maharashtra, Empress of Maharashtra. So I was really thrilled to know that a girl which was living just few steps away from me in Nagpur, she was also an engineer just like me, and she was also married. But suddenly, she became a public figure, and everybody applauded her. So that fame and that credibility was infectious for me. I was really attracted to it, and kind of it developed kind of happiness within me that maybe I can try it and attain that little thing that was missing within my life. And maybe I would be more satisfied than that I was at that time. So I enrolled into Diva pageant then and there, and gave my audition in Pune, and it was amazing. I mean, the atmosphere there in the audition, the way Carl sir and Anjana ma'am welcomed us, and we had that audition, really meaningful audition. I must say, I have auditioned for some other pageants also, but it was really meaningful. They were very thoughtful in the questions that they asked us. They were really wanting to know that what we want actually from our life, and why do we really want to enroll into a kind of pageant. So yeah, so that kind of triggered a thing into me to enroll myself and get myself into Diva pageant. And then after enrollment, I was getting into the preparations that what should I do and what should I not. Since coming from a technical and a research and development background, I have always had this tendency of preparing myself before starting up any project, preparing an action plan of it, and then going for plant trials. So that was my approach for pageantry preparation. And when I entered Diva pageant on the day one, I was like mesmerized by all the beauties around me. I was like, why am I here? What am I doing here? I mean, there were a whole bunch of ladies, multi-talented and coming from different strata of society, with different experiences in their life, coming from, say, they were facing child marriages, and they were ladies with they have written something on their life, they have written books. So I was really impressed with that. And the 4 days that I spent there were the best days of my life, I can say. So that kind of sums up. And especially I want to mention here that Anjana ma'am and Carl sir have an impeccable institution, I must say, set up in the form of Diva pageants to carve out queens like us. They adjust us every time they dedicate anything. They tell us that we are queens. So this queen's title is rightly cultivated within us by them. So I'm really thankful to Diva pageants.
आई एम वेरी श्योर कि आपकी जो जर्नी रही है उसमें आपने बहुत मस्ती की है, बहुत मजाक किया है, एंड बहुत सारे अच्छे अच्छे फ्रेंड्स भी बनाए हैं साथ में. तो कुछ अपने फ्रेंड्स के बारे में बताइए. आजकल आप किस किस के टच में हैं? दीवा फैमिली जो है उसने क्या पॉजिटिव चेंज आपके लाइफ में लाया है? एंड once you became Mrs. India Body Beautiful, how people changed their attitude towards you?
Yeah. So firstly, I would like to say we all which were there in the batch of 2019 Mrs. India. So we all are still connected on the, say, this WhatsApp group and the Facebook group. And the kind of atmosphere that was there was very positive. So that helped us to get connected even after the pageant very positively. You can see, if you have seen already, it is evident on the Facebook posts and the messages that we exchange, that we really exchange very positive things for us whenever we post something, whenever we share out of our lives any experience that we have, very little bit of thing. So I think that is that friendship that has developed for the lifetime, and it really holds a very near space in my heart. And after winning Mrs. India Body Beautiful, uh, people kind of changed their perspective of looking towards me. Earlier, I was just a woman next door, living woman next door, and currently I could notice that people felt inspired by just when I spoke to them, when I addressed to them, and when I talked to them. They used to come to me and ask me that how you managed to reduce weight for your pageants. Before pageant, I managed to reduce almost 7 kgs weight. And that's why I think by God's grace, I managed to grab the title of Mrs. India Body Beautiful. I owned it actually, I must say. So, and the very nice thing that I see is the same society that I live in. A woman from there, a girl from there, this year enrolled for Mrs. Maharashtra, Empress of Maharashtra, and she also bagged the subtitle of Mrs. Congeniality. And I really feel proud of myself that this is a chain of inspiration that we are bringing along, and getting all the women in there. I think this is really a true sense of say we can achieve our roots, and we can deepen our roots into the all the strata of the society, and we can even reach women out there who are not really reachable through social medias. I think this is the power of Diva. They are true, and they are very genuine in taking efforts of empowering women. So yeah.
All right, so Anjana is mentioning that she just love your batch, and she just adore all you girls. And after that, I think you are the favorite batch till now, right, Anjana? You can drop in your comment here. Okay, so I would also like to know something about your professional life. So you are a chemical engineer, which is a very male-dominated field. So how you decided that भाई मुझे chemical engineer बनना है and कुछ ऐसा काम करके दिखाना है जो बहुत ही कम girls ने या ladies ने आज तक किया हुआ है?
Actually, it's a very funny story. Um, Back then in the childhood, I was a very extrovert kind of a kid. I was fairly good in studies, and I was more towards the extracurricular thing. I enjoyed singing, dancing, but those days were really not the kind of the reality shows were not there, and so parents were very not interested in putting their children to these extracurricular activities. And again, my family was filled of doctors. We have n number of doctors in our family. We have veterinary doctors, we have medicines, we have surgeons, and becoming doctor was kind of a girly profession within our family. So I was also persuaded to become a doctor, and I also made up my grades to them, but I really didn't opted for to become a doctor. In fact, I remember this funny incident wherein my father used to, when I was in 12th standard, he used to come to wake me up each day. उठ जा, तुझे स्कूटी दिला दूंगा, उठ जा. And one day I was so frustrated that क्या चाहिए आपको, कितने grades चाहिए, बता दीजिए, मैं उतने ले आऊंगी. And I really meant it. I really, he just stated some number, and I really made it, and I was always that kind of a girl. I mean, I enjoyed studies too, but not that I was a master in it. And then when it came to getting graduated, I was really stubborn of being engineer. I really didn't want it to become a doctor. Nobody in my family, we didn't had any girl who has done engineering. And when I opted for chemical engineering, there was a kind of resistance in my family, since this field, and I would like to mention that I'm a chemical engineer specialized in pulp and paper manufacturing, which is a rare field actually. We have to stand for hours on the machine floor, working with all the men around, and it's a kind of thing, you have to feel it by being there. So that guts and that boldness was brought up by the experience that I achieved in working here for 8 years in Padamji Paper Products Mill, where I work. And I really take pride in studying that and doing that job for almost 8 years now. I'm really proud of. And by that, I also would like to eliminate the myth that people have that paper manufacturing doesn't spoil forests. Actually, there only 11% of forests are used for paper manufacturing, and that too are perpetually grown up by paper manufacturers. So please don't consider paper manufacturers as the gate. Okay. Yeah.
ऑलराइट ग्रेट सो ऐसी कुछ परेशानियां आई आपको इस फील्ड में काम करते हुए जो आपको लगा हो कि यार गलत फील्ड में आ गई हूँ, बहुत टफ हो रहा है, या कभी आपने ऐसी परेशानी महसूस की हो जब आपने सोचा अरे ये सब छोड़ के कुछ और ही करते हैं? ऐसा कभी हुआ है आपके साथ?
जी, परेशानियां तो काफी आई. आई मीन व्हेन आई वाज जस्ट अ ट्रेनी, देयर when you show your seniors that you are really interested in learning things, they push you even more to to so that you have the capability and you can grow. So their confidence needs to be enhanced by your work, exponentially increased. So we had that responsibility on us, and I was really mesmerized and happy that the field that I graduated in was really useful for me to inculcate and exhibit that performance on technically, because not everybody has that fair chance of graduating in the same field and working in the same field. So I was very happy. Of course, there were challenges, like since I was married, I uh, I was expected to spend lots and lots of hours standing there. I used to get appreciation also, but standing there and getting less time for your family was a bit of challenging times for me, when even after having kid. But I think that is all worth it when you find satisfaction in what you do. So yeah.
True, true. And Priyanka, you are also a mother and you have a young kid. तो जो ये ट्रांजिशन होता है एक प्रोफेशनल और मदर के बीच, ये आप रोज कैसे कर पाती हैं, और कुछ टिप्स हमारे आप फ्रेंड्स को अगर बता सकें, बिकॉज आई थिंक मोस्ट ऑफ अस आर मैरिड वुमेन विद किड्स, तो आपकी बड़ी मेहरबानी होगी अगर आप हमें कुछ ऐसी टिप्स और ट्रिक्स बता दें कि हमारी लाइफ भी थोड़ी इजी हो जाए, जैसे आप अपनी लाइफ को इतना वेल मेंटेन करके चलते हैं.
हाँ, काफी challenges आते हैं मैम after having, I was dying to have a baby earlier, and it took me almost around 4 years of treatment to conceive my baby. It was really rigorous for me to conceive, and then I was like, okay, but I don't know if many relate with me, but I was really happy that baby ho gaya. But actual challenge started when I had my baby. So how am I going to? I thought that how am I going to resume my job with that small kid with me? But then came the family in there, and they made me understand that if you want to do your career properly and also want to raise a child, then you have to feel less guilt within you and give equal attendance, say, or care to both of the profession. Take mother as a profession or your actual profession of being an engineer. You have to dedicate that time 100% when you're on field or when you're at home. So I kind of, with the help of my family, my in-laws, I somehow managed it. And even my kid, I really thank that I have such a agile kid. He was really good, and it helped me a lot to manage my kid, my family, and my profession all at a time. Yeah.
Okay, I think we are getting few comments that people are not able to hear me properly and there is a connection issue. So girls, can you please write, can you hear me now properly? Are you able to hear us? Can you hear us properly now? What? You want me to log out, Swapnali, or you are logging out? All right, all right. Anjana has written that they all can hear us, but I think the voice is coming a bit lower, maybe because of the connection issues. So let's, all right, I think they all can hear us properly now. So let's continue with the further discussion. So Priyanka, as I was asking you about the multitasking, so what all tips you can give us कि ऐसा कैसा हम ऐसा एक शेड्यूल प्रॉपर्ली बना सकते हैं जो हमारी लाइफ भी थोड़ी आसान हो जाए, ऐसे थोड़े से हमें टिप्स बता दीजिए प्लीज.
I think, yeah, regarding multitasking, my co-friend Dalia recently got us very useful tips, and I can use them also and my personal ones. What I used to do is I used to plan my day one day early prior to day so that I cannot mess up things. I really used to jot down things that what is to be done the next day so that I can be what we say on time for attending my child's needs, for my professional needs, and for my family needs as well. And but I still feel that having a baby, it really takes there are challenges when you can't even think of that will come. So you have to be, instead of being a multi-talented person, you have to be a very strong-hearted person to face anything that comes to your life, I think. And planning is really one thing that you should do and should follow, yeah, I would say.
Okay. Just I think there is some connection issue with my side, Priyanka. Just hold for a second, please.
Okay. Yeah, it's clear now.
Clear now?
Yes.
Okay. So I think we were facing some technical glitches, maybe because of the Wi-Fi connection, because it's raining here near my house now. So all right. Now my next question would be: tell me something unique that you learned with Diva pageant that really helped you change your personality and your perspective towards life.
While before coming to Diva pageants, I was like this confused person. I just wanted to enter Diva pageant and I just want to discover myself. But when I got to know the ladies that were around me, I saw these women in their 50s, in their 60s, carrying themselves so confidently and so they used to the best thing that I loved in them is they loved themselves. Many women around us, they are doing things like they just do things to make persons happy. We are engaged every day in making our husbands happy, our child happy, our family happy. We never prioritize ourselves. So
True.
that one thing, that unique, I loved from every bit of the contestant, that they were there for themselves. I really want to urge ladies that please take out some moment of your life and prioritize yourself once. You will find that satisfaction within you. I want them not just to breathe, just to live. Don't breathe, live. Yeah. So that is the quality that I like, that I found out during the.
Yes, and I think the point you made is so motivating that that we all need to live. We are not just here to breathe, but to live our life and live it to the fullest and achieving all our dreams, whatever we want to do in our lives. So perfect. I think it is one of the greatest quotes that you have given us. So girls, ये सब note down करिए. जब आप स्टेज पे खड़े होके आंसर करेंगी तो प्रियंका जी की ये जो है इसको थोड़ा और निखार के सवार के अपने आंसर्स में आप यूज कर सकती हैं. Okay, So, my next question to you is that you belong to a middle class family. So, what type of struggle you faced when you thought of joining a pageant and when you thought of going into a very different field of chemical engineering?
Yeah, coming from that middle class background, I think many of the women can relate with me. I know that most of the women that turn up to diva pageants belong to, say, 60% of women belong to metro cities and upper strata of society, but there are these 40% women who feel conscious within themselves that what my family is going to say and what my relatives, my society is going to consider about me. Same thing was bothering me before enrolling for diva pageants. I wasn't sure that whether I should go ahead or not, since nobody, not in my premises, not in my society, has ever dared to enter fashion, yeah, glamour industry, and I was the one who was trying to do so. And coming from middle class background, there are things framed for you. You have to just follow those rules. You have to study. You have to choose a settling field and then get married off and then take care of child and go ahead. But I really wasn't that kind of girl, and so I wanted to take challenges in my life. I enrolled myself, but I didn't declare it to my family. I really didn't. I This was a decision I really wanted to make for myself, for my strength, and to self discover myself. So I kind of announced it through Facebook that I am a finalist. I really didn't mean to hurt that time anybody, but I became stubborn and I directly announced myself as a finalist. And my family, to my surprise, all my in-laws, all my family members just called up and they said that we are really proud of you. And that feeling, I just can't tell you, I can't describe. I was really happy. Transformations are brought up by taking risks. I can say by personal experiences. Had it been that I have been there and thought of that I should not do, what people will think about me, what am I going to do after 1 year after completion of that pageant? But at that time, I was really wanting something to happen with me, which will make me happy, more satisfied, because I had everything in my life at that time. I had a kid, beautiful kid, a family, beautiful family, very nice profession, very nice earning, but still I couldn't see myself as happy as I expected myself to be in my future. So for discovering that one step needed to be taken, and I took it, and my family, I must say, they really helped me out in that situation. I'm very proud of coming from that family. Yeah.
And especially, I think, our parents and our kids, they play such a important role in our lives to make us a better version of ourselves, right? So it is such a nice and amazing journey that you are sharing with us. So thank you so much for that. Also, you are a trained singer. So can you sing few lines for us? I think all the girls are very excited to listen a beautiful song from you.
Oh, sure. So one song is my all-time favorite. I must say, Mere Rashke Ke Kamar. Please bear with me. ऐसे लहरा के वो रूबरू आ गए, ऐसे लहरा के वो रूबरू आ गए, धड़कने बेतहाशा तड़पने लगी, धड़कने बेतहाशा तड़पने लगी, आँख उनकी लड़ी यूं मेरी आँख से देख करी, लड़ाई मजा आ गया, मेरे रश के कमर, तूने पहली नजर जब नजर से मिलाई, मजा आ गया. थैंक यू.
प्रियंका, जो आपने ये गाना गाया है, आई थिंक सब लोगों को मजा आ गया है. और जितनी प्यारी आपकी सूरत है, उतनी ही प्यारी आपकी आवाज है. तो मल्टी टैलेंटेड एंड सुपर डुपर पर्सनालिटी वाली जो हमारी ये लड़की है वो है प्रियंका टाटे, जिनके साथ आज हम लाइव कर रहे हैं. So Priyanka, can you hear me now? Or again, we are facing some technical glitch here. I Priyanka. Yes, we have lost Priyanka. I will take her online again. आई थिंक पुणे की बारिश है, इसने आज डिसाइड कर लिया है कि हमारा जो शो है उसको भी ये बिल्कुल भिगा देगी एंड हमारे कनेक्शन को एकदम काट काट के और एकदम खत्म कर देगी. बट लेट्स होप फॉर द बेस्ट दैट सून the beautiful lady, the diva herself, Priyanka Tate, will be joining us. So I'm just trying to get connected to her again. Okay, so till the time Priyanka is joining us, I think सारे comments आ रहे हैं. Beautiful voice, beautiful song, one more please. तो आप लोग बताइए कौन सा ऐसा गाना है जो आप प्रियंका से सुनना चाहेंगे. तो मैं उन्हें लाइन पे जब वापस लूंगी हमारे इस लाइव सेशन में, तो जरूर आप लोगों की जो फरमाइशें हैं वो उन्हें बताई जाएंगी, और अगर उसमें से वो कोई सॉन्ग चूज करती हैं तो मे बी इट्स योर लकी डे. तो जल्दी 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 कमेंट बॉक्सेस में हमें बता दीजिए कि कौन सा ऐसा सॉन्ग है जो आप चाहते हैं हमारी ब्यूटीफुल प्रियंका ठाठे आप लोगों के लिए गाएं. आई थिंक कनेक्ट नहीं हो पा रही है प्रियंका. लेट मी जस्ट मैसेज हर. Girls, just give me 2 minutes. I'm just trying to connect to Priyanka. I think we are facing some technical glitches. I think her connection is not working, the internet connection. Hello? 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 Okay, so I think in some time she will be joining us. All right, तो अभी इतना सुहावना मौसम हो रहा है और ठंडी ठंडी हवा चल रही है, तो आप लोग बताइए आज शाम का क्या प्लान है. आज आप लोग ऐसी क्या चीज करने वाले हैं जो कि होगी. Okay. Okay, so she will be joining us shortly as she promised. All right. So I hope you all can see me, right? You all are able to see me at least today. Okay, Yashoda Pawar has plans to drink coffee with hubby. Okay. So यशोदा जी की आज रोमांटिक डेट होने वाली है उनके हस्बैंड के साथ कॉफी डेट. And what about the others? What others are planning for tonight? What are you girls up to? What are you doing? All right, girls, we are trying to get in touch